New at 4 in your Community Focus. Our back to school coverage continues today as Massachusetts Secretary of Education Patrick Tutwiler joins us live via Zoom. Thanks so much for being here.
Pleasure's all mine. Great to be back.
So I want to start with the federal education funding. There was some panic that the Trump administration was going to withhold upwards of $100 million in money for Massachusetts. I understand that money is now going to be released following that multi-state lawsuit that Rhode Island was also involved in. Are you still concerned, though, about where things stand in terms of federal funding and whether future money will be withheld?
Yes, I think you used the appropriate word, panic. Right on July 1st, in typical fashion, the federal government releases entitlement grants to schools and districts across the country, Massachusetts included. Instead, we got a letter saying that those dollars are going to be withheld. Mind you, those dollars support teacher professional development. They support meeting the needs of multilingual learners before school and after school programs, summer programs. And so there was widespread panic about what are we going to do now, because budgets for the upcoming year are baked. And so if you're asking about looking ahead, yeah, we remain really concerned because we just don't know what's coming next.
I want to talk about the graduation requirement. The state has created a K through 12 graduation council, and one of the things that they're looking at is how the MCAS, which of course voters approved as removing from the graduation requirement, how that's going to be replaced. So can you give us some insight into that process and where things stand with what the council is doing?
Yeah, absolutely. Really excited to share that we are moving forward with a graduation council by virtue of the governor's executive order signed in January. This established a robust and diverse group of educators, parents and caregivers, folks from higher education, people from business and industry to think about answering really important questions about what we want all Massachusetts high school graduates to know and be able to do. That group has been working in earnest since last March. We've engaged in listening sessions, administered a survey. We had about 7,000 respondents, and now we're getting very close to announcing and sharing a vision of a Massachusetts graduate. We expect to do that in September. Following that, we'll sort of backfill with what are the things that we want all students to do in support of reaching that vision. The process is happening pretty robustly, and we're really excited to make that first announcement later on in September.
We will stay tuned for that. And speaking of something that you want all students to be able to do, we know how vital it is for our kids to be able to read and read proficiently. Massachusetts has this new literacy launch program for kids ages 3 through 3rd grade. And today I understand you launched what you're calling high dosage tutoring for close to 300 classrooms in the Bay State. Tell me, what exactly is that?
Yeah, really excited about that. This is all part and parcel of the governor's literacy launch strategy. This is a broad-based, multi-year strategy to permanently transform early literacy instruction in Massachusetts. It's about professional development for teachers, purchasing high-quality instructional materials in districts, providing them the technical assistance to use it well, but then providing direct services to students in this high-dosage tutoring initiative. This is a $25 million initiative that will serve about 10,000 first graders in the first year. We were in Tewksbury and making that announcement today with about 50 first graders, really excited to watch this unfold in schools and districts across the state. As you said, just about 300 schools will be taking advantage, and we think this is going to have real impact this year.
Lots of things happening over in the Bay State in terms of education. Unfortunately, we are out of time, but Massachusetts Secretary of Education Patrick Tutwiler, we appreciate you being here.
Pleasure's mine. Be well.
And looking ahead to tomorrow, when Governor Dan McKee will join me live in studio to talk about offshore wind, back to school, and so much more. That'll be coming up tomorrow at 4:15. And then at 4:45, our Eli Sherman will join us to talk about the latest episode of Behind the Story.